let's move over to LinkedIn.
That is a whole other ballgame. So, we do have a lot of clients who are on LinkedIn where we kind of share content on the company pages.
Yeah.
But what works best on LinkedIn is personal branding. So if you see a lot of high flyers on LinkedIn, it's their personal brand that brings in the conversion or the sale than the company page. So the company page supplements, but it's your personal brand that needs to be kind of advanced.
Yeah. So as a business owner, or, almost have sort of an ambassador, or someone that's going to be the face of the company on LinkedIn, actually interacting with other business owners and other managers and people, and not just as the brand talking.
Yep.
Right.
It's very important to have, I would say all the employees should be active on LinkedIn. They should be talking about their business.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of knowledge sharing happening there. So LinkedIn is such a great resource because all these people share their knowledge, and that's how they kind of get their leads. So LinkedIn kind of does it way better than Facebook and Instagram does, because Facebook and Instagram is geared a little more towards entertainment.
Right.
You need the occasional video. You need to have someone doing something fun in a while. But LinkedIn is mostly knowledge based. So if you share something really useful there, people will come to you and they will comment about it. And content wise, there's a lot of great content there. There are options to add polls. There are options to just share your opinion. You can add documents like white papers in there that people can read and download. So that's a great place to kind of build a personal brand along with your corporate brand.
Yeah,
But
so it's a good networking tool.
Is so important.
It's more of a professional networking tool
Yep.
than, say, Facebook and Instagram, and especially
So-
TikTok.
As a business, I would probably focus more on building up the personas or the profiles of the people who are working in the company and getting them to be authentic, be themselves, but also share insights and information and use the brand page to kind of amplify that, and not entirely and only depend on a LinkedIn company profile to do that.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. We were going to talk about Twitter, but Shauna had a really good point, so Twitter is going to be really brief. Tell them what you were saying to us earlier.
It's X now.
It's X now. I've never been on Twitter. I always forget. Thanks, Elon, for changing it to one letter.
Yeah. Well, X is interesting because as a B2C consumer, you can be active on it. You can have some really cool strategies implemented there. You can have brand wars like McDonald's and Burger King did. And there's a lot of exciting things you can do. But do people consume that in a B2B sense? Not really. I see brands like, for example, D brand doing some really cool stuff. They are kind of, pushing the envelope on stuff and being really, out there and not really caring what people think. And
Yeah.
it's all great, but from a B2B context, all that effort you put into it, because Twitter is an always-on platform, right? It's not just about posting and forgetting or running an ad and forgetting. You want people to kind of engage with you, and you need to engage with them back.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of effort.
It's a lot of work to have someone like yourself, a social media manager, to be, trying to run ads for all of our clients and, do everything that you do, and also have to respond to 1,000 Twitter, replies. X replies.
Even if it's done in-house, it's very important to look at the cost benefit of it. Does it really make sense for B2B companies?
Yeah, because X is really, it's really turned into more entertainment and news based now.
Yeah.
As, we were talking earlier, it's, a lot of people you see on there, it's athletes, musicians, and, politicians and news. That's essentially what X has turned into. It's kind of what it always has been. But essentially that's really what it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say same with Threads. I'm surprised it's still running, but yep.
Yeah, I haven't been on Threads. On Instagram has Threads now too, right?
Yeah, Instagram is Threads.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Instagram bought up Threads as a competitor to X or Twitter. They're still existing. I'm not really seeing anything groundbreaking happening.
Yeah, like
there,
TikTok has TikTok notes, but every time I see one, I don't.
Actually, Instagram has too.
Oh, they're all just copying each other at this point. I will say this: you mentioned the McDonald's Burger King sort of feud.
Yeah.
If anyone has any spare time and want to have some laughs, look at the Wendy's X account. It is hilarious.
I checked that out.
It's pretty funny. Did you check it out? Yeah, it's pretty good. They just rip into anyone and everyone. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So
and same with D brand. We'll probably have like a little pop up, but they do some hilarious stuff as well.
We'll move on to Google Business.
Yeah.
What's going on there? What type of content should businesses be posting to their Google Business profile? Which I'm assuming a lot of businesses probably don't do it as much as they should.
Yep. This is a big one. So this is not exactly social media. It's not content people just consume or share as such, but it's so very important for SEO because your Google Business profile, like James keeps saying, is like a mini website.
Yeah.
And having updated content there is really, really important.
Yeah.
So if you have new offers, a new feature, or even like a company retreat, having that information available as Google Business posts keeps your profile active and on top, because the activity that's happening on your profile kind of also factors in when Google decides on which business to rank first. And even when you search for something on Google, you'd notice you initially have like the sponsored results, and then you have your business profiles with map locations, and then you have the organic results. So putting effort behind optimizing your business profile is very important. And one key thing here is adding images.
Yeah.
So when you look at the analytics section of your business profile, almost always, if you haven't updated photos of your location for a while, you'll get this prompt saying add new pictures so you can stand out. Because that's how Google keeps track of how relevant and how updated your business is. Because one big thing Google is trying to do is combat closed spaces and remove irrelevant information. They want to stay current, and updated images is one way that they stay current. And the great thing here is, say you run a small business, you have a small brewery, you have like a little bakery. Taking that time to take a picture every month, once a month, should work.
Of your, location, your products. As a bakery, the food, and as a brewery, I guess the food as well, or some of the new products.
People, your customers, having that content updated as a part of your marketing strategy really helps. And the other big thing here is the geotags on photos. Now, geotags are by default included in most mobile phones when you take photos these days. This plays a really big part when Google indexes your location and the relevance of your location.
Oh, okay.
So if I am in Penticton looking for a brewery, people who took pictures of their Penticton breweries and uploaded it from their mobile devices with geotagging on would appear as results to me, because that's also where Google indexes.
Oh, okay.
And that's really important. So what we really try to get our clients to do is take pictures at least once a month and update the Google Business profiles with geotags, just so that we give the right signals to Google. Plus, like keyword optimization when it comes to your Google Business profile updates is very important. So if, for example, this is something we do very regularly. I lost that word.
Regularly.
This is something we do very regularly. No, that's wrong.
That sounded good to me.
Okay. This is something we do very regularly. This is something I give up.
Do you want to kind of go again?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is something we always do for one of our sleep clinic clients that we deal with. And we try to optimize the captions that we use on their Google Business updates for like the brand name and for what they treat for and the devices that they have, the products that they offer. Keyword optimization plays a big part in Google My Business.
All right, keep that in mind. I'm sure we'll have another episode about that somewhere, or we've got a lot of articles about that as well on the website, so check that out too. What do we have left here? I guess, X and threads, we kind of already talked about that, so that was last on our list. We decided to nix that one.
Yep. So I guess it comes back to kind of understanding what your business does, and then understanding who your target audience is.
Yeah.
And then understanding their business. Where are they? What are they doing? there are so many platforms apart from the big four, like apart from Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google. There are so many other platforms that your audience is active on. The best example I can give is Reddit.
Oh, okay.
Because people always look for content and information, and the strategy of content out there might be different, but it's still a place where if your audience is available at, you should also be in. Again, so that's kind of what it comes back to. It depends on what your business is, what your product offering is, what your audience is, who your audience is, and based on that, you kind of need to select the strategy. It doesn't mean you need to forget about the others. It's always good to have content going out on all platforms. It's great for SEO. Social search is huge. And it's probably going to be the next best thing. So, yep, it depends.
All right. Well, that concludes, I guess this concludes the
amateur version of Between Two
the very awkward, camera-shy version of Between Two Creeks. This is Shauna. I'm Kevin. I guess we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Maybe not.